Alongside joining the Discord, you guys should also like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for this video. How's it going, everybody? It is that time of the week again where we've got another regional coming up. Fall Cup for Europe is right around the corner, and based upon when this video drops, I think it's going to be the morning. So you guys are going to get your predictions headed straight into these matches, and I know I'm going to get them all wrong. It's fine. Europe's impossible to predict, but it should be exciting at least. At least we're going to have some excitement. Again, we saw your feedback from last week, and Nate, who made the website, has made some visual updates for everybody, so it's a little bit better now and hopefully a bit more legible. So we're going to keep trying to make adjustments to this website before we completely give up on it. And once we get to a place that we like it, I'll try to put out that link to the public for all of you. But we're going to take a look at the EU Fall Cup Regional 2 for Europe. We're going to do some predictions. We're going to take a peek at how things are going. And with that said, we're going to see how poorly we do. Again, just know I can't make these predictions as accurately as I would like, because I am assuming how they're going to play with no evidence of the day. So as we've all seen, things can change. With that said, let's jump over to the other page. We've got, again, on the left side, all the matches. We're going to go through these. This should be nice and easy to read. Chat, thumbs up. Do we agree? Easy to read, easy to follow along with? Nice. Looks pretty easy, chat. Love to see it. So we're going to go through that. It'll then give us round 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way until we find our teams that move through. On the right-hand side, I've just got some stuff from previous results and head-to-head matchups in case I need to do a little bit of checking. Up first, Oxygen, I think everybody is pretty convinced about. They're a team that is having fun playing together. They're looking good doing it, and they still don't think they've hit their quota. I think they still have a lot of room to go. As for Turbo Clappers, interesting team. I think this is Hibbs' new team. Yeah, and like, they're not bad. I just don't think they're going to do anything of note when it comes to the top 16. I think there's too many teams that stand in their way. Maybe they'll get a game here or there, but against Oxygen, I think Oxygen is doing some lockdown offense that's really impressive. Up next, Heat, I actually like. It's a pretty solid French team. Parker Forset and Juicy against K-Corp. If you guys don't remember, K-Corp last time ended up doing pretty dang well, going all the way to the grand finals before they lost 4-2. Took down both Moist and Tundra. So again, K-Corp doing a lot better than I expected. Same with Moist. I thought Moist might have a bit of a struggle, but they made it to semifinals. So congrats to them. Yes, Juicy is one that you guys should definitely be paying attention to. Juicy is quite talented. Not to discredit anybody else on the team. So I think this one's pretty easy to predict, but I do think Heat will take a game. As for Moist and Vitality, Vitality finally makes it into a regional. Congratulations to Vitality. They went from not even making top 16, and in the close qualifier, they were just shy. So they've been in that spot where they've been close, but the teams they're losing to, I'm worried about. Like, they're dropping to Endpoint. They lost to SK. That's Scrubkiller's new team that is not making anything. They lost to Sonics, who also isn't here that time around. I have some concerns about Vitality. I really do. I also agree. I was watching Torment talk about this last night, and he's like, I think Vitality plays up to their competition. And I'm like, that may be the case, but I still think you're crazy. I don't know. This Vitality team just is someone that I'm probably going to remove from my thought process until spring. Personally, I don't know. I think that's a recipe for disaster. There's so many internal conflicts about like having a player on the bench that's getting ready to replace you, and like I don't know. I don't think it's a good environment personally. Maybe the new decal is enough to push them to success. People are going to be so distraught seeing it on the field that they're like, "Oh God," and it catches them off guard, and then they whiff. Who knows? Being challenged by that abomination, there's no way I'm gonna win a 50 against that heavy car. There's no way. Maybe they get a game. I'm going to say no. I'm going to try to be more bold with some of my predictions. I think Moist 3-0s them. Quadrant and Go, I think, could actually be a really fun match. Go, if you guys don't know, is the Yukis, Whiskey Drink, and Econ. Another French team. Pretty talented across the board. I do think they get outclassed by Quadrant, who surprised me. I was curious on if Quadrant was going to be able to clutch up. And I will say, I am very much so in disbelief that BDS lost to Quadrant. BDS looked off in the first week, and I feel like we're going to see similar things with like Complexity and Furia for us fellow Americans, that they're going to have a bounce back. I think, again, they enjoyed their off season, but now it's time to lock in and step up. So with that said, I do have BDS winning. I think Solaria will keep it a decent fight, but I think BDS is gonna go on there on their run. As for Quadrant, I think Quadrant also wins. I really do like the Quadrant team. I think there's a lot of skill ceiling potential. I just worry about consistency, and the fact that they made top 4 I think is a really good sign. But you saw the difficulty of struggling. BDS brought them to 7. Oxygen, out of sight, out of mind. I say that, but they were close games. 4-1, 2-1, 3-2, 3-2. 2 OTs, 3-1 goal games. It was closer than I expected. So I do think Quadrant is one of the better teams. I think you could slot them into very, very much so consistent. Like, we'll see them top 8 every single time. Top 4 depends on the matchup and who they, like, if they run into like a Moist or a BDS on form, or, you know, whoever. But I think top 4 is kind of where I see them potentially then, unless they have like a crazy pop off. I just don't. I think the other teams in that area will beat them out. So I don't expect Quadrant to be in a grand final, but I do expect them at the major, I guess is the way I would say it. So as for Team Go, I think they take a game. BDS already got 3-1 over Solar. Solar's been playing up to their competition quite a bit and actually been looking a lot better than everybody expected. Again, this is the old dogs, K-Dot, Fairy, and Shazet. French team that kind of everybody's just like, yeah, they're chalked, they're washed up, they're old. And they've actually been pretty consistent. I mean, if you look at all their results, they go 1-3 in top 16. They lost to K Corp, Williams Resolve, and Quadrant. They took all their teams to 5. So like Solary, you know what? I'm going to have you go to 5 against BDS. Unless BDS like turns it on, maybe BDS has a bit of a slow start, but Solary's been playing to their competition. They're keeping it close. They're like Ghost now. Old Ghost. Back when like Lethmere was on it. They took every team to 5 and then lost. I could see Solary being the same. Tundra EG. I would like to see EG bounce back. I think that EG has a ton of potential. How did they do in quals? That's what I want to know. Okay, you beat Team Go, you beat Sonics, you beat Vitality. I don't think you've been challenged enough. I'm gonna go with an upset. I'm gonna give it to EG. 3-2. Let's do some upsets. Why not? I think EG's got a lot of potential. I'm gonna stick with my gut. I think Tundra's good. I really do. I like Tundra, but I'm gonna go with my gut. Let's see what happens with EG. Gamers First and Monkeys. I actually really like Gamers First. I like their playstyle. Their defense is great, but if they have to rely on it, they're gonna be in trouble. I think that's another close fight. I think Monkeys has been showing that they can clutch with smokes. It's actually been a lot of fun. And then Liquid Algeri. Liquid's interesting. No change. Ton of mechanical play. Mechanics were off last week. Are they putting in hours this week to get back to their form to where they have the mistakes and setup? Well, Algeri has just been playing consistent. I'm actually going to go Algeri in an upset. I think it's a 3-1 or 3-2. What does that do? If I make this 3-2, what does Liquid play? They play Vitality or they play Go. We're going to keep them on Go because then it's a closer match. Maybe. We'll see. I think that'd be fun. I'm going to go 3-1. Why not? We'll manipulate a little bit for stories. Why not? We then go into round 2. Oxygen EG, Moist Gamers First. Love that matchup. K-Corp BDS. Also love that. Quadrant Algeri. Love that as well. I think these are fun. Ooh, man. If things go this way, I'm actually really happy about it. Oxygen EG. I think Oxygen will win 3-1. I think Oxygen's just been kind of feeling things out right now. And then for Moist Gamers First, did they play each other last week? They didn't. They did. And K-Corp bodied them. Did Moist play them? They didn't. I'm looking at K-Corp. Moist did not play G1. Other side of the bracket. So you're talking a lot of offense versus good defense. So the thing about Moist is when Moist can't score, Rise and Joyo tend to force things because they feel like they should be scoring. Let's go with the upset. Let's go with the upset. Let's make it 3-2 Gamers First. Again, I don't think Gamers First can rely on that level of defense, but it's tough to base it off of other things. And it's not like Gamers First offense is bad. So we'll go with an upset. Upset for content. Why not? K-Corp BDS. I think BDS is on the way back. I do think they're a better team than K-Corp. 3. Let's make it a fight. Let's have some fun with it. Quadrant should beat Algeri. I think Algeri will put up a fight too. Let's make it 3-1. It'll be close games though. A lot of respect being given to these guys. I think rightfully so. And on the low side, Tundra should 3. We'll give 1 to Turbo Clappers. Monkeys should beat them 3-1. Let's make it 3-2. Or do I do an upset? Do Monkeys relive the choke of the past? I think they might have finally gotten the monkey off their back. Who's on Team Go? That's Yukis. Yukis Whiskey Drink and God, what is it? And Econ. Not a bad team by any means. Solary versus Heat. I think this is winnable for both teams. Let's give it to Solary because of how close they've been playing. It's got to be 3-1. If it goes to 5, they lose because that's just how it goes. And then Liquid, if you don't beat Team Go, we've got a problem. If you do not beat this Team Liquid, your season is chalked. It's over. this is a must-win match, I think, for Liquid. Like, they need to start winning these and showcase that they are better than teams below them. Let's take a peek of last regional. Liquid, who are you playing? Corners resolve. You lost team above you, team above you. You beat EG close. You beat Monkeys. Okay. There is definite signs that showcase to me that you should be beating these teams. Get some sweeps in. This is Europe, man. That's not how this stuff works. EU is like, let's be super competitive all the time. Let's always go to 5. Let's make everybody stressed. Why not? And then NA is like, hold my beer, and then they did the same thing. I don't know how many sweeps are going to be. I think in the early rounds, I think it's a little bit more solidified. But all right, round 3. Oxygen Gamers first. That could be fun. Quadrant, I think BDS wins. This is a rematch. Oxygen, I think, will win against Gamers first. Probably 3-1. I just think their offense is incredible. Gamers first can only defend so many shots. They got to find a way to create some opportunities. It's going to be tough. Go versus Turbo Clappers. Winnable for Clappers. Also elimination match. But I do think Go is better. I believe in the French. 3-2. Make it fight. Vitality versus Heat, huh? I'm going to go with consistency. Even though Europe tells me to do the opposite, I'm going to go with consistency. Everything about Europe tells me don't do that, but whatever. All right, let's go to the mid matches. None of these matches are actually mid. These are all really fun. Moist should beat the Monkeys. Monkeys will put up a good fight, hopefully. K-Corp continues to build upon what they have. Liquid hopefully keeps it close. Let's go 3-1. Algeria versus Tundra. I think we could see an upset there. Dizzy's so good. I'm going to Algeria on this. EG should beat Solary. Solary will keep it close, though. They always do. All right, round 4. Quadrant EG. Ooh, that's fun. Gamers first, Algeria, K-Corp, and Moist. We got a potential El Splashico depending on how this loser one goes. So yeah, our first teams to qualify would be Oxygen BDS. I think that's fair. I think that's what most people predict as well. You know what? Let's give it to them. Why not? Algeria, top 8. Let's do it, boys. Let's do it. Put some respect on the name. Let's let you guys get picked up. I don't think Algeria's an official org, are they? So hopefully these boys get picked up because they've been fighting. I mean, look at these results. They went 2-3. They beat Oxygen 3-2. They beat Monkeys 3-1. They went to 5 against Moist. They went to 5 against Tundra, and they went to 5 against Quadrant. One game goes a different direction and they make it. Yeah, why not? I'll give it to them. All they got to do is win one. We'll see. We'll see. EG or Quadrant. I'm gonna stick to my EG train. I think EG's got a lot of potential on that one. I like the Quadrant team, but hopefully EG's playstyle suits that, and I think it might. Quadrant may peak on them though. I think this one is either a close fight that goes to EG or Quadrant just smacks them. But I'm hoping EG does what I expect EG to do. We'll see how it goes. K-Corp and Moist, huh? Moist has shown that they are better right now. I'm gonna give it to them. 3-1. We'll go 3-1 for K-Corp. And then, actually, you know what? No, I'm sticking to it. Tundra should beat Go. But I could see Tundra losing this one. I could see Tundra just having a weird loss. Casio, Rezex, and Raziers. Nah, I can't. We'll go 3-1. Did Moist lose the last time they played each other? Yeah, but again, this is Europe and this is Rocket League, where things change and nothing makes sense sometimes. And things just, for some reason, you're like, yep, this is what consistency is, and then the complete opposite happens. It happens way too often. Solary, Liquid. I would hope Liquid wins this one. They should be able to beat this team. As long as they confidently play fast, aggressive, this and that. The issue is I could see Solary actually upsetting here and doing like, hey, look at our defense and look at our counterattack, and they just Team Liquid over aggressives and they gets punished for it. I could see it. I could definitely see it. Monkeys, I've got 3-1 over Heat. No, 3-2. 3-2. We'll make it close. Last round. Quadrant Monkeys. Is it? Oh no, is it gonna happen again? Wow, those last rounds are actually really brutal. Quadrant Monkeys. I'll go 3-2 Quadrant. Moist to Liquid. Whoa, we get El Splashico to qualify. Good script writing. Lawler. Let's go. All part of the plan, chat. All part of my plan. I meant to do this. Gamers first and Tundra. I think Gamers first is better. We'll have them go. Who do I want from El Splashico? Liquid bounce back or is Moist? Chat, I'm on the side of chaos. Let's go Liquid, but in how many? Chat, how many games should we give Moist? 1 or 2? Moist has an insane record. I am well aware that Moist has won like 5. I think 5 out of the last 6 Moist has won. Moist has really won against Liquid a lot. But part of me is like, you know, let's do a cheeky little upset and make Regional 3 really exciting. Moist only looking better. Yeah, but Liquid's been on the... We're gonna lie through our teeth and be like, yeah, Liquid's been grinding. Achronic's put in hours. Atao's gonna have the best series of his life. We'll go 3-1. Let's, just for upset circumstances. Again, we need something to change. So let's look at the results. Let's see what kind of stupidity I put in here. Oxygen 3-0, BDS 3-0. BDS with a close 3-0. I didn't realize I put all their game 5s. Although that does actually make sense, right? BDS always goes to 5. That's what their last run was, I think. BDS. Game 5, game 5, game 5. Yeah, and then they went to 7. They did the same thing. All right, sick. K-Corp only lost to BDS. I can see that. Jiri lost came to Quadrant. Yeah, that's a little bit of a... They beat Tundra and G1. Yeah, that's their upset, I guess. Okay. I don't think it's too unrealistic, but some of these are pretty crazy. All right. Single elim. Here we go. Nate in the future. I don't know if you have these. Okay, it's just zoomed in too far. Sick. On me. All right, Nate. Good job. I like the adjustments. Again, chat, let me know, as well as YouTube, if you guys in the comments like this website. I'm actually a huge fan. I think it runs really clean and it looks really good. Especially now that it's all separated and better visualized. I think maybe the only thing I would do is like add more contrast to like the different things, like make this backwards template. I don't know why purple's the choice of color, but other than that, I think maybe that's just me using dark mode. I mean, it doesn't really change much, but yeah, I think overall the new format and everything in the 3 tabs looks great. Oxygen versus Gamers First. Jiri versus EG. BDS versus Liquid. K-Corp versus Quadrant. I wouldn't mind seeing like BDS and K-Corp fight here to go to finals, and then like Oxygen and like EG. I think it'd be a fun top 4. EG and BDS always a close match. Yeah, they won't play till the finals though. These two play each other and these two play each other. All right, Oxygen and Gamers First. Again, if I'm going with my gut, I do think Oxygen's offense is just too much for Gamers First right now. I think Gamers First has a lot of potential, but I've also seen some inconsistencies and very heavily relying on defense so far. Again, it's been 2 weeks. Maybe things change. But I do think Oxygen right now is that team. And from what it sounds like, they're still not happy. They think they could be a lot better and that they've been playing sloppy. So as long as the boys are still on the grind and they're enjoying their play, why not? Algeria versus EG. I'm gonna give it to EG. Although Algeria's been playing really well. Hopefully EG is on the one that I think they... I just threw stuff on the ground and burped. I'm falling apart, chat. Hopefully they're on the run that I hope they can be. BDS Liquid. I think BDS bounces back. I think BDS forces a lot of mistakes out of Liquid. 4-1. Let's go with a convincing win for BDS. BDS is on the grind and they're feeling good. K-Corp Quadrant. I think K-Corp's a better team. Quadrant will put up a fight, but K-Corp should win that. I do like this top 4. I would love to see an upset. Probably not going to. Quadrant not making top 8. I have Quadrant qualifying 3-2. So I have them barely making it in. I don't want to continue to predict the same thing, because usually 2 teams, like a team making it back to the grand finals, is just so unrealistic in Rocket League right now. But in EU, I see like Oxygen is like, I watch Oxygen and go, yes, that team is playing better than others. Like, even though K-Corp looks so good, they didn't stand a chance against. Oxygen's offense is just... I hate to do it again, but I think I'm going to. I think it's 4-1 for Oxygen. We get Oxygen, BDS, and Grands, and I'm going to give it to BDS 4-3. I think BDS is bouncing back. I think this BDS is going to bounce back this week. I really do. But I would love to see Oxygen BDS, an absolute slugfest for first. Oxygen would then lock up a major spot to first place and second place. They're good to go. Everything's peachy for them. They're vibing. BDS is able to with a 1st and an 8th. That puts them at 27 points, which is like pretty much in the running and in a really good place for the major. That puts them at like 2nd overall. I'd be pretty sure. Although K-Corp would have a 2 and a 3, 4, which is what, 12 and 9. That put them at what, 25 points total. So they'd be pretty close. So yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got. Again, I know these aren't going to be perfect, without a doubt. Again, a quick look. This is what I have. These are your teams and how they qualify. Nate, from what I'm seeing, if you could have numbered on the side here, that would be awesome. If you could number 1 through 16 on the side here, just so you can see quickly and very easily who's top 8 and who's not. Again, you should be able to tell by the wins here versus the losses here for 5. Like, this is 8 and above. Like, I can see that right away, but visually on the left, if you're going to do 1 through 16, I think that'd be really helpful for people. I think that'd be cool. Other than that, I think everything looks great. Maybe if you want to put like quarterfinals, quarterfinals, semifinals, whatever, if you want to break them down by like section or something. But I do think the only thing really needed, I think so far, is just 1 through 16. That's what I've got. That's what I've got for my predictions. I'm sure they're going to be wrong. They always are. But let me know what you guys think. Can Oxygen do it again? Can they make it back to the grand finals? Are we going to see BDS have that bounce back and that resurgence? Are we going to see Team Liquid figure out some of their mechanical issues, the things that have carried them for so long? Can Algeria finally punch into top 8? I think there's a lot of fun questions to answer here in Europe. And hopefully, I think the one that I'm kind of hoping happens more than anything, I want to see EG bounce back. I really do. I think EG's got a lot of potential. And now that Williams Resolve is completely out of the running, it feels really bad for them. I would like to see EG have a bit of resurgence. So my hopeful predictions: BDS bounces back. They're on the grind. Things are good. And EG, let's see how you guys do. But a lot of questions to be answered here. Again, we've only been through one regional. A whole lot more Rocket League to go. Hopefully you guys enjoy the matches. We'll be doing watch party, twitch.tv/Lawler. Come hang out with us as we watch these games unfold in the first rounds. And then you guys can hear my actual predictions, because I'll have more than just the thought behind it. I will see physical evidence of how they're playing and be able to predict accordingly. And then you can come win some channel points. So that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Predictions as always. Shout out to chat for keeping us entertained. But again, twitch.tv/Lawler every day but Tuesday and Sunday. Come hang out, hit subscribe, notifications, join the Discords, hit up the socials, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.